Yo, 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 what's happening, ladies and gentlemen? What is going on? Told you I'd be here for that New York fire. FOMC, ladies and gentlemen, in next 4 minutes. So get yourself acquainted, get yourself prepared. If you are in profitable positions, please, ladies and gentlemen, consider the idea of paying yourselves, because what we are about to go through is probably one of the most anticipated times in the marketplace. Will the Fed increase the interest rates by 100 basis points or 75? They've already absorbed the idea of 100 basis points. That's what they're trying to say to everyone. But the Fed seems to think that they are going to be very aggressive with their price action. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we got 3 minutes until that madness will start to unfold. Get yourselves ready. Let's have a conversation, guys. Okay then. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get with the program. Kill off this music, start paying attention to the madness that is about to roll out in the charts. In front of you guys, you can see Bitcoin to the top left, you got dollar index to the right, and you got Ethereum at the bottom, and then you also have the Nasdaq to the right as well. Nasdaq has been seeing some favorable movement to the upside. Fast move is the false move, is what the hybrid system says. But of course, the FOMC news announcements that will be coming out very shortly, ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing it across the board right now. People are fearing on what they are actually going to talk about. Mike Burry talking about the idea of the big short. He starts saying that now is the last time really for things to go up, because after that recession's going to roll out. Are we in a recession, ladies and gentlemen? How many of you believe we are in a recession? How many of you believe we ain't even near a recession? Because we know we're in stagflation. We know economic growth is slowing down according to Walmart, according to Apple. We know that unemployment is still a problem, and we know that inflation is high. So what can we expect? Another big rate hike coming today as the Fed battles inflation. Economy hangs in balance, ladies and gentlemen. It's all hype. That's what it is, guys. It's all hype. What are they going to do? What is my guy, Mr. Powell, going to actually do to Bitcoin? What's he going to do to the dollar index? What's he going to do to the Nasdaq? Let's put things into perspective, ladies and gentlemen. Mad love and respect to anyone passing through to tonight's live. I will be speaking at speeds of light. I will be throwing out all the orders that are coming through to the book map, ladies and gentlemen. We got some very interesting price action on the book map right now. They have been eating the liquidation points for the longs. Sorry, for the shorts. If we just have a look, you can see over here, they hit nearly, $50,000-$60,000 worth of liquidations in the chart. Happy days. They took out those traders who refused to pay themselves. Now, the interesting part, they've already been getting a habit of hitting these liquidation points. We are naturally anticipating that the shorts are going to get liquidated, but are they going to actually go for it today? All right, we've got 1,068 Bitcoin hit at the highest point. Remember what we said in today's live stream. The delta. The delta gives us the clue. Now, we're starting to see Bitcoin maybe coming towards the 21,450 zone. We've got commitment by traders. We've got 21,750. We've got 1,005 Bitcoin stacked in the order book. Will they come back towards that point? Will we see Bitcoin make the way up towards the 800 EMA? But ladies and gentlemen, go back to today's live stream. Recovery of the red vector candle, guys. Happy days. My 4-year-old projected that. Happy days. So I'm going to buy her an ice cream. Ladies and gentlemen, in the next 1 minute, the games begin, guys. The games begin. Let's keep an eye on the chart. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We got some movement in the chart already. I don't even know where to go. Bitcoin's starting to make some movement. Nasdaq hasn't moved just yet. We got some liquidity coming in. Here we go. Keep an eye out. There's lots of liquidity coming into Bitcoin right now, guys. Nasdaq making some big moves. Sit tight, ladies and gentlemen. This is all anticipation for the news announcements. Be very cautious, guys. Please, man, be cautious. Pay yourselves where necessary. Pay yourselves where possible, because it's going to get very tricky, guys. Oh my days, what an interesting time. Here we go, just pay attention to the chart. They're getting busy right now. Here we go, big spike by Ethereum, spiked up by Bitcoin right there, ladies and gentlemen. They didn't follow through with the 800 EMA. We got what we got right here, 2,923 Bitcoin. They've taken that liquidity, and they are not looking like they want to make that move just yet. Just yet, ladies and gentlemen, look how fast everything is moving right now. Ethereum is making a nice move to the upside. Look at the dollar index itself. Dollar index is still holding. Be very careful, because where you would expect the dollar index to drop, Bitcoin isn't doing and following suit. Hold on a second. Nasdaq has paused. Nasdaq has paused. That's not a good sign. Nasdaq now starting to make its move. Is dollar index going to drop lower? What is Bitcoin going to get through right now? Here we go. They've absorbed that 1,000 Bitcoin right there. Stop hunt rise. They've come and hit the liquidity. We would naturally expect traders to come in at this point, and now we're waiting for that liquidity to start rolling in. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a very interesting time right now in the chart, guys. Just looking across the board, I can see Ethereum is the only one that is ripping it apart, guys. Ethereum is the only one that's making the moves right now. Let's just pay attention. Look at that wick right there, ladies and gentlemen. Absolute madness. Coming back up into the previous recovery of the vector candle right there. Now they look like they want to try and bring it back. Be very cautious, guys. Nothing has come out just yet, guys. Wait there. Let me just see what's happening over here. We got any news announcements coming from that? Let's just flip over to here. Let's see if they actually do decide to do this. 75 confirmed, ladies and gentlemen. 75 appears to be confirmed. That's sort of all right for the markets. Will the dollar dominance come into play? Bitcoin is making that move to the upside, ladies and gentlemen. We've got some interesting price action. 22 nearby. Can we see that? Nasdaq hasn't really reacted to the move, ladies and gentlemen. Nasdaq hasn't really reacted. It's the FOMC that's going to make the deciding factor. 22K for Bitcoin. Let's see if they do actually come into that zone, guys. Let's see if they do it. Nasdaq is starting to make its move as well. Got to be very cautious with this, guys, because they can simply snap it back. Just be very cautious with this price action. Dollar index coming down. That's good news. Bitcoin taps that 800 EMA. The 800 EMA. Let's see where that is on the 1 hour time frame. Are they coming? Are they coming up into that 22 zone, ladies and gentlemen? Full recovery of the red vector candle. Bitcoin ain't stopping. There it is. There's that 800 EMA. Psychological low in sight, ladies and gentlemen. What a mad move right now. Nasdaq is making the move higher as well. Happy days for Nasdaq. Ethereum is the star of the show. Look at this mad move to the upside, but we're not out of the woods just yet. Dollar index ain't moving as aggressively as I would expect it to be. Neither is Nasdaq as well. Seems like they're waiting for the conference itself. Bitcoin's showing that volatility, guys. 22K right there. Coming up, creeping up nice and slowly, but just be very cautious with things right now, guys. Psychological low could be a point of resistance, so just be mindful of that, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my days, what a candle. What an absolute candle. Here we go. Here we go. Is it going to hold out? Will they actually play this move to the upside? Let's roll over here and have a look. Ethereum is the star of the show. Bitcoin, look at that, eating that liquidity. It ain't stopping, ladies and gentlemen. It is not stopping at all. Let's keep an eye out. 22 right there, 22,100. It's not stopping. We're going towards the psychological low. Remember, this is where they last come into, and this is where they last look to try and sell as well, ladies and gentlemen. Just be very cautious with that. Here we go. Today's move has been absolutely phenomenal for the marketplace itself. I'm keeping an eye on this right here, guys, because the delta is showing some mad liquidity coming in. 22,190. Are we going to see any turn back? Is this the false move, ladies and gentlemen? Are they waiting? It seems like it's calmed down. The psychological low has been taken right there, guys. Be very cautious. Liquidity has just been wiped off the board, guys. Completely wiped. Is this the stop hunt? This is the question. Nasdaq making the yippee-ki-yay run to the upside, guys. Nice move for Nasdaq. Seems like it's a promise for Nasdaq, so Bitcoin in principle should be moving higher. Keeping an eye on that, man. I need to keep an eye on this area right here, ladies and gentlemen. What an absolute mad move to the upside. Let's see. We've got the FOMC press conference coming out at 7:30. All right? So this move right now, look at the treachery of the market, man. Look how, oh my days. Look at that. Stop hunt rise. Nasdaq is going to be the only reason why Bitcoin can move higher. All right? This is it. We've got to be very cautious with it. Psychological low. It tapped it. They come back into the last point that they sold from. And look what they've done. They've respected that zone. Now we're going to see the proof of the move. Is this going to be designed to send Bitcoin down lower, or are they going to actually just run price back up again? Nasdaq has spiked up, come back into yesterday's high as such, come back into the recovery of the violet vector candle. Couldn't make it above the 12,499 zone. It was very important, the 12,500 point, but it looks like the Nasdaq seems to be pulling back as well. And we have got the idea of the book map showing us some interesting price action. $478,000 worth of short liquidations in the chart. Where's the liquidity gone, ladies and gentlemen? There's nothing in the chart. Nothing. No one's putting money up now. Now the market's just going to go to any direction. Where is the liquidity? Traders have been shaken out, fooled by Mr. Market Maker. They've initiated the stop hunt rise. Now we're going to wait and see if they are actually going to run price up or down, because they just brought it straight back into the fray. Price is above the VWAP, ladies and gentlemen. And this is where institutional traders, Mr. Market Maker, this is where they're able to sell at the highest point and hit the premiums. Look at the delta, 1,206, 440. And then they start offloading because they're selling into premium because traders are buying at this point. How many traders have just been caught out with this move to the upside? That is sad days. Dollar index now looking to try and come back up, ladies and gentlemen. This is important for us. Ethereum coming straight back down. This is the trickery that I want to try and get you guys to be aware of. All right? This is what I mean. Now, if you are already in longs and you're in nice profit, happy days. But for the trader who is looking to try and take advantage of this volatility, he's getting wiped out, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to pay the price. That's what my goal is. My goal is to just get that message across to as many of you as possible. This game is not for the faint-hearted. It's not for the get-rich-quick adventurer. All right? You will die poor. That's the truth. Oh, that's Jesse Livermore for you, ladies and gentlemen. Let's roll over into the tube right here. Let's just see if we've got any news coming out. Oil hasn't been doing too much. They're not really saying anything. We've got economic news coming down here. Nothing has been said over here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go over into the news articles over here as well. What are we seeing? Okay, Fed balance. All right, then, here we go. Balance sheet reduction will proceed as anticipated in September. Okay, inflation remained high because to pandemic-related imbalances, higher food and energy prices, and broader price pressures. Okay, cool. Tell us something new. Dollar index doesn't look like it's doing its thing. Okay, we got Nasdaq coming back down. Recovery of the green vector candle would be associated with that. But you know what, guys? If price does drop down today, you would have witnessed the biggest manipulative move that would have happened in the charts. Nasdaq would have led that move. Bitcoin didn't really so much make the move up as such, but you could see that it started to recover majority of the vector candle inside of this zone. All right. Usually when they hit the vector points, they like to reverse from those points. In an hour's time, we will know if this candlestick means the business to the upside. The market now has absorbed the idea of 75 basis points. 100 points is out the window. Okay, but now the conference itself is going to dictate what Powell is going to say, and every word that he rolls out is going to be impressionable in the market. Nasdaq looking to come down, Ethereum looking to come down. Here we go. No. This isn't a crash, ladies and gentlemen. Whatever people are saying to you about the economy, it's cyclical, guys. All right, human behavior doesn't change. Let me bring it to you again like I did earlier on today. Let's just go over to the S&P during the time when we had a far worse situation, guys. All right, just go to the S&P futures markets on the monthly time frame and make your way over to 2007, 2008. Why do I keep making reference to this? Because this was the worst financial crisis known to mankind since even the Great Depression of 29. All right? We had banks, Lehman Brothers, collapsing off the board. The Senate passed a $700 billion bailout plan to save banks. That was a bad time in the marketplace. But what are we dealing with now? Inflation, 9.1. Come on, man. It's all the same. Go and take every aggressive drop in the S&P. There was a war, there was inflation, there was talks of recession. There was a war, inflation, talks of recession. Human nature doesn't change, ladies and gentlemen. That's the thing. It will never change. So why is everybody looking at recession and inflation like it's a surprise? It is not a surprise, ladies and gentlemen. It's the same thing over and over again, guys. And our goal is to try and exploit that in trading. Okay, so here we go. Bitcoin, it taps that psychological low, comes to the 800 EMA on the 1 hour time frame. Happy days. But now we're going to see the proof of the move. If Bitcoin can actually hold this candlestick, let me just go into the 15-minute time frame, make sense of what's going on here. 5 more minutes until that candlestick actually finalizes. We will know the truth of this move, ladies and gentlemen. And as we said, we've got Thursday tomorrow. Will Thursday lead a continuation, or are they going to bleed price to the downside for us to see Thursday hit the midweek reversal? Because Bitcoin is showing phenomenal strength. Right now, I'm not seeing the dominance of the dollar coming in. They're not coming in right now. Dollar yen coming back up again. What's gold saying? Gold makes a move high. This is what you want to see. You want to see gold moving up when traders are in fear, because they will come to the storehouse of value, which is gold. Okay? But it's not following through. That's a problem for me. Euro USD, where you at? Euro USD is holding inside of this zone. Ideally, I want to see Euro coming back up into this previous recovery of the red vector candle. That might be the case when everything starts to fare off. Looking at Aussie yen, looks like assets are being accumulated. Dollar CAD itself, sharp move lower, comes back up. Oil, let's have a look at oil. Oil shooting back up again. That's good for the Canadian dollar. Not really good for the US dollar itself. But we're waiting for the dominance of the dollar to start coming into play. Are they actually going to do that? They come up and they hit that psychological low. I can't believe they did that, man. I cannot believe they did that. They absolutely ripped it in the range, ladies and gentlemen. What a mad time in the charts. Look at NASDAQ, complete stop hunt rise, drop, although the NASDAQ itself is showing a violet vector candle, if I'm correct. Let's have a look at it. Is there a violet vector candle in the chart? Is it on the 5-minute time frame? Let me just have a look right now. There we go. We've got a candlestick right here. Is it violet? No, it's a red vector candle, so principle would say we would expect it to start making a recovery back up, but be mindful of it because the markets have now just absorbed some information. We've got the actual Fed coming out, having the conversation very shortly in relation to the press conference. Let me just see if they're saying anything. I hope you're all enjoying yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. I am working up a sweat right now. Here we go. What's the statement saying? Hold on a second. Policy rate 75%, 75 base points. Okay, Fed anticipates ongoing increases in interest rates. I don't see why they just don't do it one time. Raise it and leave it, bro. This is all, man. So now what we're going to get, guys, is we're going to get the chart saying, okay, we could get 75, we could get 50. Are they going to try and do it so they reduce it? They reduce the actual interest rates as time progresses. They start lowering them as they increase it. So are we going to go for 50 basis points now? Are we going to go for 25? What's the plan, ladies and gentlemen? There's all an agenda. As long as they don't print, that's good news for us. Okay, so 5-minute time frame Bitcoin, 3 more minutes. We've got a stopping volume candle right here. Hasn't followed through. We haven't seen the commitment in the chart. This imbalance has happened right here. They brought it back to the psychological low where they previously sold off from. Look at that right there, ladies and gentlemen. Got to be very cautious with it. Bitcoin trailing around the 21,970. Let's go to Ethereum for a second. Ethereum, sad days, man. I thought Ethereum was onto it right now. But listen, guys, even if Ethereum does pull back, things are still good. Because price is trading above the 50 EMA on the 1 hour time frame. Look at Ethereum. We've got the 5 and 13 crossing over. We spoke about that this morning in the live stream. Look at Bitcoin. Now the 5 and 13 EMA are crossing over the 50. We need to see now expansion on those moving averages. It's so important that we see the expansion on those moving averages, ladies and gentlemen, because if we don't see that expansion, then we're going to have ourselves a problem in the charts. All right? That means this move has just been designed to trap traders, hit the short liquidations, and then rip price to the downside. All right? Let me have a look at what's going on in here. Yeah, we also, ladies and gentlemen, we have China that are going to respond to this price action tonight. We got the Hong Kong session that are going to respond to this price action tonight. Because remember, guys in China, they're invested in the US. All right? So if they've made a little bit of money today, happy days. We should see some profit taking. Yeah? Nice little retrace. Now, we're going to see over the next quarter how things are going to start rolling out. Are we going to see continuations up? Because if you do look at the S&P itself on the higher time frames, if you go onto the daily, you can see that S&P is trying its hardest to get away from this 50 EMA. We've got this previous red vector candle up here. That would be a nice dream for S&P. Still can't make it above that 4,000 zone. But if it does make it above the 4K range, then happy days, ladies and gentlemen. What time are we on? Quarter past. The FOMC press conference will be coming out. Now they're going to be saying, yeah, inflation is really high. And if the word recession is mentioned, just be careful because the charts are going to go crazy. They haven't labeled what's going on right now, all right? But they're going to label it in this press conference. So we need to make sure that we're not caught out in any chaotic price action and that we pay ourselves. How many of you have paid yourselves, ladies and gentlemen? Are you in trades? Are you out of trades? How many were skeptical about this? And you know what? In hindsight, you'll say to yourself, well, I didn't really see that crazy price action. Because if you had just maintained the idea of a long and traded into the previous red vector candle, you would have been sound on this move. You may have anticipated the 800 EMA psychological low. Look at that. Now, when you see the vector candle show something like this, ladies and gentlemen, something is going to be brewing. So check this out. Let me just bring up the book map for a second. Look what's going on here. $500,000 worth of shorts have been liquidated in Bitcoin. $226,000 worth of longs liquidated in Bitcoin. I can imagine what the high block is saying. We must have hit some mad liquidity on the high block. Now, because they've just reset the range and absorbed all that liquidity, what's happening now is price is trying to get these guys right here to commit. We're not seeing the liquidity coming in. 423 Bitcoin at 22,200. What does the market maker like to do? Patrons of the channel, what does the market maker like to do? He likes to build his shorts above key notable areas. He likes to build his longs below key notable areas. He initiates the stop hunt, hits the zone, and then reverses price. This is an example of that, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to mark price above the 22K zone to only rip it back down again and make those traders pay the price. Now, Bitcoin at the start, a new 15-minute candle. Here we go. We're going 15 minutes until the FOMC press conference itself. Price action itself might get a little bit crazy right now, but we're going to wait and see what the Fed is actually going to say. Let me just go over here. Let's see. Have they released anything? Oh my days. I am working up some action right now. Here we go. Forex news. Let me go up here. It's not coming up on for me. No interest. Ongoing increases on interest rates. Yep, that's fine. Spending and production softer, though jobs gains robust. Fed raises main policy rate. Okay, we know that. Let's just have a look at this. Anything else coming out? FOMC statement comparison. Nothing. You mean nothing happened? Stay. Yeah, that's true, bro. That is true. You stayed up for nothing, bro. But this is it, guys. They did anticipate that they were going to say something anyway. They weren't expecting anything different. Let me show you something. Check this out. Where is it that we saw it? Here we go. No. Sterling, Australian dollar. We need the dollar. There was an article that came out talking about the idea. Here we go. No. Talking about the idea that the dollar index itself, is the dollar going to come into strength based on what the Fed's going to do today? This is the question. Here we go. We got some movement back up, guys. 22,000 right there. We got the liquidity coming into the chart. Hold on a second. Here we go. Now listen, looking at the delta, you can see that the delta's not really showing anything. It's just clusters of little orders coming into the chart. 22K is the important zone. All right. We've got 1,235 Bitcoin and then 340 Bitcoin up at this point right here. Nice little liquidity pool right there at 571 Bitcoin between 22,300 and 22,200. They could initiate a stop hunt to eat that liquidity to only reverse it back down, ladies and gentlemen. So please be mindful of the chart. Right now, I'm seeing a lot of clustered orders inside of this zone. Let me just check something out. How many of you beautiful people are in the room? 2,700 of you have made it through to the live stream. Mad love and respect for passing through, guys. If you are new to the channel, be sure to like and subscribe. We will have tomorrow's midweek reversal coming into the charts tomorrow, guys. It's been a bit of a mad chart day today for us. It's been a bit of crazy couple of days, to say the least, man. Here we go. Are we going to see that flavor coming into the chart? Here we go. Bitcoin sharply moving up for a second. Hold on. Let's bring this right here. All right, then. Am I going to see that movement? It's taking too long. They're eating the liquidity right here, guys. Just keep an eye on Bitcoin on the left. Right, here we go. Clustered orders. Look at how many shorts are being liquidated right here. All right. Holding. NASDAQ seems to be holding up. They've done the trap. Let's see if this is going to hold out. The actual press conference is where the move is going to happen, guys. That's where the move's going to happen. All right. Powell's going to be asked the question. And I bet he's going to narrowly avoid the idea of recession. Or they're not even going to mention it at all. The idea, I believe, I think they'll be happy to say stagflation as opposed to recession. All right? And they're in denial of it. 75 base points, man. But I can understand why they've done 75 base points, because the CPI reading was laggard. It didn't show a true representation of inflation because oil was dropping. And they didn't price that in. Okay? If we go over to oil right now, what's oil at? Oh, look what's going on. CPI data comes out, ladies and gentlemen. Oil was down here. They didn't price this drop. So that could justify why they've hit 75 base points, man. That could be the possibility. All right, let me just quickly spread this out here. What have we got here? Bitcoin right there. Ethereum. We've got dollar index. Not really doing much. I think that's it, guys. Up until once the press conference comes out in the next 10 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Next 10 minutes. Let's see what else they're saying over here. Shoo. I love that. I love that. I do like that. Okay. Fed balance sheet reduction. Okay. I'm cool with that. Nothing else seems to be said across the board, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing interesting is being said. No, nothing there. Nothing. Okay then. Right. Here we go. Bitcoin coming back up into that 800 EMA. If Bitcoin can get above the psychological low, guys, then that's it. It's happy days for us. That is a strong move. NASDAQ looking to try and come back right now, ladies and gentlemen. Looking across my charts, I can see that we have got ourselves, right, there's a couple of red vector candles on the 1 hour time frame on the dollar index. These two candlesticks right here, ladies and gentlemen, are red vector candles, so be very mindful. If we go into the 15-minute time frame and have a look right here, dollar index seems to be stalling right here. They're waiting for the press conference itself, guys. I hope you're all enjoying it, guys. Will Smith that like button, share the live, because I don't know if there's any other channel out there that brings the fire. I don't know. Mad love to Jason. Mad love to Jordan. I love it how they do like to mimic my accent. you got to have that auctioneer chat, ladies and gentlemen. You got to be firing those mad prices in the charts, man. Ethereum pumping like hell. Nah, man. Ethereum is not pumping just yet. Sit tight. Look, inside this zone right here, they've made a spike up, okay? Straight back down. And they're collecting orders now. They're hitting those stops. Traders that have gone long, traders that added to their margins are now paying the price right now. Continuous liquidations. There is a bag of longs down here that they could come to because look, $214,000 worth of longs, $603, $33, $3,300. Inside of this zone is a collection of orders. Notice now on the right side of the chart, we have got the liquidity coming back in now. Here we go. Look at this. 670 Bitcoin stacked up there. There's a bit of a blip right there. I wonder what that is. And now we've got see, look at that. They disappeared right there, ladies and gentlemen. We've got commitment down here at 554 Bitcoin at 21,600. This is where the most of the interest had come in earlier on. The idea is if they mark price back down to that zone, they'll get the same interest. And if they do decide to do that, ladies and gentlemen, and the candlestick itself in the 1 hour time frame makes its way back down and we have a big wick, naturally we would anticipate price to reverse back up. Okay, dollar index is coming up, guys. Remember, dollar index is coming up. They've done this before. Let's just keep an eye out on what's going on. How did Google fare yesterday? Google gapped up. Nice. We would expect them to hit. Remember what we said yesterday. Gap up in Google. We would expect them to fill that gap at some point. Aussie yen, where you at? Trailing slowly, bit really choppy for Aussie yen. GBP USD moving higher as well. Not really seeing a commitment in the chart, ladies and gentlemen. What else are we saying? Gold's pulling back. Gold. Do you know what, guys? Bitcoin is always last to move. Okay, that's the truth. It's always the last to move. So you've got to be mindful of that. Let's have a look at XRP. XRP's done wonderfully to the upside. Happy days. Let's have a look at USDT, ladies and gentlemen. USDT has made its way back down, hitting that recovery of that green vector candle. We marked it off earlier on today, ladies and gentlemen, back into what we would call the psychological range. All right, so people are now picking up cryptocurrency and it's started to slightly move back up ever so slightly, holding that psychological high range as well. Let's go into the 10-year yields. What's the yield saying? Yields are all over the place. They're waiting for that conversation, ladies and gentlemen. Bitcoin longs themselves. This is how many people margin are picking up Bitcoin on margin. So we're seeing sort of coming in nicely, slow and progressive move. What have we got here? All right, then these are the 10-year futures markets, 10-year notes. Those are slowly coming up with the red vector candle in that zone, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all enjoying this, guys. We are waiting for that FOMC press conference. I'm trying to get a live feed of the information that's going to come out just so that you guys can see it. Tino, can you check heat map liquidations? Let me just pull that up for you, ladies and gentlemen. Let me have a look if I can pull that. If they don't pull it up straight away, I'll be very upset about it. Here we go. Let's have a look at the heat map liquidations itself. Let me mark this down. Okay then, so let's get a look at the liquidation heat map. Oh my days, here we are. Let me just change this for you so you can see what's going on in the chart. All right then, logging into it right now. Liquidations heat map, bring that over for you right here. Here we go. I normally have this up. Okay then, cool. So this is on BitMEX. Let's go over to Binance itself and have a look at the heat map liquidation points for crypto. Don't know what I've just done, man. I've just disconnected my headset. Here we go. Can you hear me loud and clear, guys? Please let me know. Can you hear me loud and clear? 75. No, 75 isn't bad news, but there's so much. If they're not being aggressive with their policies to reduce interest, to increase the interest rates, if they're not aggressive, then how long are we going to be inflation for? Yeah. So here we go. What have they just eaten? We'll just go into the past 7 days, ladies and gentlemen, just to understand the depth of the liquidations itself. Here we go. So, look, we're so close towards that. $3.6 billion worth of short liquidations in the chart. Okay? Now, down here, we've got $3.7 billion worth of long liquidations down here. All right? And we have got the luxury of a split directly smack in the middle. Which way are they going to go, ladies and gentlemen? This is the question. Which way are they going to run price towards? All right. It looks like they want to make their way over towards those zones, but this is a very fast move. FOMC is going to be talking in the next 4 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Going to be getting our articles up and making sure that we are aware of that. How many of you are in the room today? 2,800. Mad love and respect to you all, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for allowing me to chew your ears off non-stop about this wild price action. Today's video, well, today's live stream, haven't really been speaking too much about the concept of the hybrid system. So if you are new to the channel, make your way over to the Traders Reality website. Get into the Discord Pattern Watchers community. That's where it's at. Here we go. Psychological low. Looks like Bitcoin's starting to get a bit busy. We need to go on the smaller time frames just to really understand Bitcoin's price action. Let me get the 15-minute time frame up. Full recovery of the wick itself. If they can make it above that psychological low, ladies and gentlemen, that is awesome. Look, they're eating liquidity. It's eating it. These are liquidation points. They're actively hitting them. Look at the delta. 209, 237, 59, 37, 133, but nothing like this. 486, 1040, 556. Remember what we said, okay? Are they going to go for it one more time? Here we go, here we go. What have we got here? Delta, what is it? 77, it's not finalized just yet. Nasdaq moving up, guys. Bitcoin's moving up. This is in anticipation for the actual press conference itself. Here we go. Dollar yields ain't doing much. I need to get dollar index back up. Let's see if that's going to be doing anything. Dollar index is rolling back down again. Okay. Bitcoin on the bottom right there, ladies and gentlemen. Just getting Nasdaq up itself. Full recovery of that wick itself. Here we go. We've got so many vector candles that we could come back into, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what the actual Fed is going to do. What the actual Fed. Ha! Here we go. What have we got here? 498 delta, so that could be the start of something. They could be working higher. 21,000 shorts. Sorry, longs liquidated right there. Sorry, shorts. Forgive me. 21,000 shorts liquidated right there. They seem to be taking their time eating that liquidity because it's there for them to take. Now at the top side, we got the imbalance of the chart at 30%, which tells us that they're favoring limit sells. So that's why Bitcoin's moving up, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, man. Here we go. Here we go. We got a sharp move down. All right, we're waiting for it. We are waiting for the Fed to do its business. Has the conversation started to happen yet? Let's pull this up. No, not yet. Now we're stalling, ladies and gentlemen. We are now stalling. Here we go. It's starting. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here is the proof. Now, look at the liquidity coming into the charts, guys. Bitcoin top left, Ethereum bottom left. Let's see if we are going to see the liquidity. Look at this zone down here. 545 Bitcoin in this zone right here. They only need to say one thing to stir the market to do a reaction. Has this pump up been designed to trap the traders? Has it been designed to trap the traders, ladies and gentlemen? This is the question. Oh, my goodness. Right. Here we go. Here we go. Are they talking? 29 minutes. Not doing anything yet. Oh, my days. Come on, Bitcoin. Show me what you've got. They're holding above that 22 zone, guys. We've got liquidity here. Nearly 1,200 Bitcoin stacked there and nothing else up here. This could be a stop hunt zone, but as long as they don't start building liquidity down here, then we should see Bitcoin move back up one more time. Nice big move by Bitcoin right there. I'm anticipating it, man. Here we go. Here we go. Pump to 23, then further drop. 1 minute for the FOMC. Here we go. No. FOMC has already declared the basis points. It's already been done. 75 base points. Here we go. Here we are. Delta down at the lows. 228 delta right there. 435 delta. $36,000 worth of shorts liquidated. They've been liquidating shorts for the best part of 30 minutes. All right. After a big pump up. All right. So 478,000, 48,000. Then we got 2,000 there. Here we go. Shorts being liquidated. They're eating them. Here we go. 11K. S&P and NASDAQ not really doing much. They're waiting for them to talk. Let's go over to the news announcements. Let's see if they actually said anything over here. Here we go. Press conference. I won't be able to watch that. 2:30. I want to see someone talking about it. I want to see someone mention it. Here we go. All right, Delta. Sorry, the dollar index is slowly coming up. Okay, here we go, guys. Here we go. What are they going to say? They've hit some more liquidations. There's the liquidity coming into the chart. Let's see what they got. Pay yourselves. Pay yourselves. Powell at the podium. Bitcoin to 100K. Well, no, listen. This is not the only thing that's going to move crypto. This is the only thing that's going to make people put money into crypto. If everything is favorable, then people are going to put their money into cryptocurrency because cryptocurrency is the most volatile industry in the market world. All right? But they're going to stick to the basics. They're going to stick to NASDAQ. They're going to stick to S&P. NASDAQ's taking a nosedive, ladies and gentlemen. Be careful. Dollar index is looking like it's coming back up. Sharp move by dollar index. That dominance of the dollar's coming in. Remember, Bitcoin can't do nothing if the dominance of the dollar is still present. Look how they just come back in, man. Look what we just said a moment ago, man. They've been eating the shorts for 30 minutes. Longs have been coming in. Now look what they're doing, paying the price. 215 Bitcoin at the delta right there. The starting 19,000 longs have been liquidated. Liquidity's coming in down at 21,600, ladies and gentlemen, but keep an eye out on the top. They're starting to put liquidity in. Let's see if they can do it. They're saying something. They're switching up the narrative. What are they saying? I can't see what they're saying, ladies and gentlemen. Anyone in the chat, just post something. Power essential to bring inflation down to 2%. Tell me what's new, my brother. Thank you very much. What is he saying? Continuing process. Here we go. Here we go. What have we got? Essential to bring 2% down. Labor market is extremely tight. Inflation, much too high. Look, keywords, inflation, much too high. They're picking up on these words, which is why you're seeing everything reverse. This is why. This is the way they do it. There are algorithms that are designed to trigger orders at speed when they say these sort of things, okay? They don't wait for him to finish. You know, that would be pathetic. Look, growth, where is it? Growth in consumer spending has slowed significantly. Stagflation, unemployment up, inflation up. And what else was it? Economic growth slowing down. Consumer spending is a massive indication of economic growth. Why? Because it means if people ain't spending money, then whatever product there is out there, no one's picking it up. No one is taking anything. They are saving their money. Unemployment claims will be demonstrating that. Let's just quickly go over to the calendar itself. Roll out what's coming out tomorrow. Advanced gross domestic product tomorrow and the core price index, which will give us the true indication of inflation tomorrow, guys. Let's just go back into the news announcements again. Here we go. Let's have a look at what else they're saying. Businesses fixed investment looks to have declined in Q2. Yeah, okay, we understand that. Bitcoin now looking sharply down lower. NASDAQ taking a nosedive. Dollar index making that move up again. We're always going to see if the dollar dominance is going to step in. We've had some good news. They haven't increased the interest rates that much, but now whatever Powell starts talking about is going to be reflected in the dollar itself. Let me just quickly flip over to oil. Is oil having a good day? No, oil ain't having so much of a good day. It looks like it's getting ready to roll over. Gold itself, what do I say to you, man? What do I say to you? Again, when things are bad, they put their money in gold. But it's the dollar dominance right now. So assets against the US dollar are going to struggle. Dollar heavy assets, USD CAD, yippee-ki-yay to the upside. Dollar yen, yippee-ki-yay to the upside. Euro USD, sad days. Sad days, which tells you why the dollar index is shooting up, because the euro makes up 56% of the dollar index, which tells us as a heavier asset against the US dollar, Bitcoin's going to have a hard time moving up when this bad boy is making its move. NASDAQ rolling over. If they do roll over into the recovery of the green vector candle right here, ladies and gentlemen, all of what has happened today has been set up. And I'll be doing a video to talk about this, to let you guys train your eyes to be aware of this behavior. They only need to say one thing to switch the narrative to bring everything up. Now look at the liquidity. Here we go. Down here, 536, 21,600. They've dropped down lower. The delta, $60,000 worth of longs have been liquidated. Are they going to start the trend? 3 hits. How many events? 26 events. They are being serious about hitting the liquidations for the longs. If Bitcoin does have the support, they will see price come back up again, but we'd want to see it break up to this zone right here and go beyond the delta, which is not really that much in this area as well, to be quite frank with you. What's he saying now? What's he saying now? Here we go. Everything is switching up. There you go. Look. Look at what he's saying. NASDAQ is just flying up and down. Nothing. He's not really saying anything. Come on. NASDAQ is moving up and down. What's going on? Business fixed investments. That's fine. That's fine. They're telling us things that we already know. Sharp move on dollar index. NASDAQ. Everything's going to go crazy. NASDAQ is shooting up. What is he saying? NASDAQ is flying. Bitcoin's going to fly. Here we go. There's that psychological low, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my days. Range daily high for the Nasdaq, ladies and gentlemen. Dollar index. What has he said? Violet vector, blue vector candle right there. Oh my days. Oh my days. Come on, make the move. Make the move. What has he said? What has he said? What are they saying? What are they saying? Can anybody tell me? Fed pals, another unusually increase could be appropriate at the next meeting. Okay, that's fine. But the Nasdaq is making the party happen. Dollar index is shooting down to slow down the cumulative increases. Okay, that's a good sign. But Bitcoin isn't following through. Nasdaq, what are you doing? Nasdaq is showing some very interesting price action going for it, ladies and gentlemen. Dollar index is taking a nosedive. Why is Bitcoin not reacting? 8 more minutes until this. Come on. What is Nasdaq going to do? They've taken that 12,500 zone. Coming back up into the recovery of the vector candles. Ethereum hasn't done the move yet. They're hitting this previous vector candles. Be careful. It's sharp moves, ladies and gentlemen. Bitcoin's on its way. Come on. Come on. Be careful, guys. The psychological low has been met. Dollar index has sharply moved down lower. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. S&P's pumping. That's good news for us. Bitcoin is on its way to making that move, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my days. Come on. Make it worth its while. Come on. Don't give me no sharp pullback. Range daily high taken for the Nasdaq. It's beyond extended. Let's see if they do decide to do the dirty on us. If not, happy days. Psychological high low has been realized in Bitcoin, ladies and gentlemen. Once it's all done and dusted, guys, once the meeting is over, happy days. It's all systems go. We haven't got to worry about any mad news announcements. We've got the core price index tomorrow, but they would have told us already what's going on inside of that with the information coming out on the press conference right now. Oh, my days. Here we go. 12.49. It's gone back down below that 12,500 mark. They have come back into the same zone that they've sold from. They've come and hit the liquidation points right there. Green vector candle on the Nasdaq itself. Bitcoin in that psychological low. Bitcoin really needs to show its worth right now. Here we go. Some more shorts have been liquidated. They may still have more room to go up, guys, but be very careful if you're taking trades. Pay yourselves, guys. Get in, get out. Fast in, fast out. That's the name of the game, guys. Here we go. Anything else that they could be saying? Man, what an evening it has been for price action. Ladies and gentlemen, don't you just love the way this game works? I absolutely love it. Not saying anything else right now. Okay, so they've only just pulled out key bits of information. Nothing interesting coming out. Bitcoin's gone above the psychological low. Happy days. 12,500 for the Nasdaq itself. Dollar index is coming down lower, but we can't trust that because that is very important. If they can actually... If they recover this red vector candle, then we'll know exactly it's a bit of a BS move. Here we go. Bitcoin, blue vector candle, guys. 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes for the blue vector candle to hold its stance. If it doesn't show more commitment, that blue vector candle is consistent with reversals, so just be mindful of it. Psychological high would be an interesting point in the chart if Bitcoin can make its way over to coming into the violet vector candle zone right there. Very interesting price action. 22,400 right there, guys. This is brilliant, man. This is actually brilliant. I'm so impressed with this price action. Oh, my days. Oh, my days. I am working up a sweat, ladies and gentlemen. Working up a sweat. Nasdaq shooting up, man. Shooting up. Come on, Nasdaq. Dollar index coming down. Be careful because we've got the start of a new vector candle very shortly. 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes until that actually happens. Here we go. 5-minute candle on Ethereum. Blue vector candle right there. Let's just quickly go over to the 5-minute time frame on Bitcoin. Here we go. Is the midweek reversal going to happen from here, ladies and gentlemen? This is the thing. Here we go. Green vector candle on Bitcoin over the psychological low. 5 more minutes until. Here we go. Let's just go into it right there. On the Nasdaq itself, big move, man. Big move on Nasdaq. They are not stopping with Nasdaq, ladies and gentlemen. Nasdaq is not stopping at all. They have absolutely ripped it apart for Nasdaq today, guys. Dollar index is now moving lower. That's what you want to see. Let me just bring up the dollar index right here, see if it's got any recovery of any candlesticks. Here we go. They're coming back into that zone, ladies and gentlemen. There it is right there. There it is. There's the move starting to happen. Be careful. Ethereum back into the psychological high. Can Bitcoin make it to the psychological high? 22,600, ladies and gentlemen. It's not stopping. Bitcoin ain't stopping. Nasdaq ain't stopping. Oh my God, this is beautiful. Here we go. A few more minutes. 5 more minutes until the start of a new 15-minute candle, which is why we're seeing this move happening. You can see on the 15-minute time frames themselves, we've got a big green vector candle. Nasdaq is very extended to the upside, so some plays may be happening. If Nasdaq can make it above this point, happy days, all right? But they are going into the recovery of vector candles in the chart, so just be mindful of that. Look at where we are right here, guys. We've already taken that zone, and now we've got this sharp, strong vector above the 12,572. Dollar index has made its way into the recovery of that green vector candle zone. Be careful. 3 more minutes. We know what they're like with the dollar index itself. This could be a trap. So please pay yourselves, ladies and gentlemen, because it can get a little bit messy in these sort of environments. Please be cautious. Please be cautious, man. Really what I wanted to say. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. What an absolute madness in the chart. Here we go. Bitcoin shooting back up, still holding its ground. 22,500. A nice try with Bitcoin. Dollar index is holding. Nasdaq seems to be holding. That's a good sign. What will Asia make of tonight? But isn't it funny how they've said that everything has been pretty bad? Yeah, inflation is this, inflation is that. Have they told us something that we already know? All we know now is 75 basis points as opposed to 100 basis points tells us that they're going to be increasing it later on. Well, till then, let's make some money. That's the basis of it. All right, Bitcoin's topped out above the psychological low. That's important for us. They've made the high for New York, supposedly. Nasdaq, 12,575. Why are we talking about Nasdaq? Simple. The reason why we're making reference to Nasdaq is because a lot of tech stocks, Bitcoin, tech stock in principle, you know, it's sort of in that environment. It's not an asset, but Bitcoin follows the S&P. Naturally follows the Nasdaq itself. Now, this is the proof of the move, guys. Look at the Nasdaq. Look at the dollar index. You can see that it's now 2 more minutes until we will know if this has been a false move to the downside for the dollar index and if Bitcoin has been set up to drop. Okay, so here we go. Let's keep an eye out on that. Oh my days, I need to take my inhaler, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. What beautiful price action. Keep an eye on it, guys. 106.31. Keep an eye on the dollar index. 1.5 minutes. And if it doesn't do what I think it's going to do, then it looks like we're just going to keep on moving up and we ain't going to stop. But remember, now is not a good time to be going long because everyone's going long. And that's when you need to maintain capital preservation. All right? So let's see. Here we go. 1 more minute, guys. Here's the proof of the move. Proof of the move on the 15-minute time frame. Proof of the move. Let's see what they're going to do for us. Man. Bitcoin. It looks like they formed the high. Maybe formed the high. Whilst we're waiting for that, I've got 44 seconds to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, one more time. If you are new to the channel, be sure to like and subscribe. If you haven't done so already, make your way over to the Traders Reality website where you can download the indicators. They are free of charge to download. If you want to learn more about the hybrid, make your way over to Patreon. There's the website. We have 70 masterclasses, so much information on the hybrid system. But more importantly, ladies and gentlemen, do not join it this side of the month. Wait until the start of a new month because you'll be charged twice. Just don't do it. Make the money first here and then wait until the start of the new month. Happy days. Yeah? Anyways, look what's going on. 8 seconds to the moment of truth, guys. Here we go. Will dollar index reverse? Has Bitcoin been set up for a trap? The shorts have been paying the price right now. Will they give them a little bit of a break? Here we go. Here we go. Is it going to happen? Is the vector recovery on its way? Let's see if we've got strength. Hold on a second. Here we go. 1,400 Bitcoin. Might still have more steam, guys. It might. It all depends on the dollar index. Nasdaq now slowly coming down. Let's see if we're going to take advantage of some flavor in the Nasdaq. It doesn't look like it's stopping, man. It really doesn't look like it's stopping. Oh, my days. Oh, my days. Nasdaq doesn't want to stop. Dollar index going down. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. They're going for it on that token. Guys, listen. Get to your charts, do your thing, trade safely. Mad love and respect for passing through to tonight's live. I will be checking in with you all tomorrow, 2 p.m. GMT UK time, to bring that fire to you one more day. And then we'll be chilling out for the weekend. Have yourselves a wonderful evening, guys. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's show. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I will check in with you beautiful people tomorrow. Mad love. Peace.